Hey everyone! In today's video, I'm focusing on alchemy and Cataclysm. We're going to cover off a few topics. Why choose alchemy, suitability for your odds, how to level, where to level, expected costs and how to make this a bit cheaper for yourself, the free masteries and which ones I recommend for maximum gold making. Lastly, we'll cover off the highlight recipes, where to find them and how to sell them. So basically, we've got a lot to get through today. I've put in chapters so you can just skip through to the bits that you want, and also all of the links and resources are in the description. Getting started then. Alchemy is brilliant in Cataclysm for a few different reasons. First of all, for your character, alchemy gives you additional duration and stats for your flask. It works out an additional 80 in the stat of your choice. Your second perks are things that you can just craft for yourself, so an item level 359 trinket and a reusable flask that you can keep on at all times. These are pretty decent. It's especially handy having the trinket in the first tier where you'll be scrabbling around trying to get your item level up. The other reason to choose alchemy, and this is probably what's drawn most of you here today, is the gold making opportunities. Alchemy is so good for gold, like so good. Especially in Cataclysm, you have so many little quirks that can happily just move you away from traditional flasks too. So is alchemy a good profession for all? Well, yes, absolutely. Everything you make is bind on equip apart from the initial couple of things that I referred to already. If you're going to go single alchemist, I'd make it a character that you play enough because you really want to get the Vial of the Sands on it, as that's going to be a great recipe. But alchemy is brilliant for all armies due to the transmutes. Transmutes are on a daily cooldown. It's changed slightly within pre-patch encounter. We had a 4-hour nerf and now the cooldown resets daily at midnight. All armies will need to be level 75 in order to learn Cataclysm Alchemy, and then you'll need to be Alchemy 475 to pick up the quest. You'll only need to pick up the quest if you haven't already got Transmute Master. So to level your alchemy then, we have a few different routes depending on your priority. You can use a guide like the Wowhead one to take you through leveling the fastest. There's also a website, I'm going to put the link in the description here. This website uses the Blizzard API to show you exact cost per level, and this is based on current prices. This is really handy if you just want to see sticking points, but the Blizzard API often goes down for a few days after new content launches, so you need to make sure that your prices are actually up to date. The way I level my professions is by using TSM Crafting UI. I check the sale rate and profit of items and then I just prioritize those. So I'd rather craft 15 of something for 1 level point if I know it's something that's in high demand and profitable than 5 of something that I would just end up vendoring. If nothing looks good, then I just go with the lowest crafting cost. Where to level is a point that's a tiny bit sticky. The reason for this is that originally in Cataclysm, upon launch, you needed to travel to Twilight Highlands for your professions. In order to see the profession trainers, you had to do the entry quests, which meant you needed to be level 84. They didn't move to the cities until a few patches in. In Cataclysm Classic, however, the profession trainers are in the cities already, waiting for you the moment Cata launches. You only need level 75 to train Grand Illustrious Alchemy on beta, and I'm going to expect this to remain the same on live. There's a bit of confusion as to what the original Cataclysm level cap was, but right now it's 75. Alchemy is a profession with 3 specializations: Potions Master, Elixirs Master, and Transmutes Master. Each of these will benefit you with a proc that should yield around 20% extra of what you're crafting within that specialization. If you have plenty of alts, I would take 1 of each and then any surplus should be transmutation. The reason for this is that the good transmutes are on a 24-hour cooldown. Alts aside though, if this is your main profession, you should consider your playstyle. I'll cover off each though. So a Transmute Master can craft living elements. So basically you choose the volatiles you want by heading to a particular zone and crafting in that zone. This is a seriously good cooldown to have. At the start of Cata, maybe True Silver will be better. Sorry, not True Silver, True Gold. But generally, Living Elements is a nice one to have. Transmute Spec suits anyone who wants to play for gold passively. It's not a very hands-on way of making gold. You just buy your raw materials and then you post them on the auction house. Next then is Elixirs. Flasks didn't do brilliantly in Wrath Classic, so I guess we're going to see how they do in Cataclysm. They were actually great in TBC. Once people have guild rep, they can purchase a recipe for a guild cauldron. This is actually pretty neat and it requires a lot of flask skills, so it doesn't completely wipe out profit. Otherwise, flasks are fairly small margins. In Wrath, they were obtained in other ways, so I wouldn't rule that out here too. In Wrath, you got flasks for completing quest chains and doing dungeons as a healer or tank. Overall, I'm not that keen on Elixirs Mastery, but if you don't already have one and you don't mind some well-timed selling, so just selling on reset days, it could be a really good one to pick up. Last is Potions. I'm a huge fan of Potions Mastery. Despite having 19 transmutes in Wrath, Potions has always been a favourite of mine. Combat Potions, everyone uses these all the time. Mana Potions, healers are going to be having a rough time in Cataclysm dungeons, unless it's been changed since original, so expect Mana Potions to be low margins but incredibly high volumes. Potions of Deep Home, yep, you have a teleport to Deep Home potion. It's great, you're going to want it. There are loads of uses for this potion. It's instant cast, and there are portals to your city in Deep Home. You can't use it in combat, but if you fall off a cliff, however. Potion of Treasure Finding then is another potion that I just love. I'm going to be using this all the time, and I know I've mentioned this quite a lot. So Potions Master is an active form of gold making though. You're going to expect to be undercut frequently on the auction house, and you'll probably want to do some post scans and council scans. Now, one huge difference in mastery for Cataclysm is that you can't just pay to swap. You need to drop a spec and then do a different quest. You'll need to do the Cataclysm quest if you haven't already got a specialisation, so it's really expensive compared to how it was before pre-patch. During pre-patch itself, you're not able to pick up a specialisation if you don't already have one. Just to let you know, my choice then, so I'm planning on playing my Hunter as main. As it's a new character, it didn't already have Profession, so I'm going to pick up Alchemy. I will be choosing Potions Master for it though. I have tons of transmuters, so I'd like this one to be Potions. The reason why I chose Alchemy in the first place was because this character is going to have Archaeology, or has now Archaeology, and I'm going to really want the Vial of the Sands. Just going to go over a few highlight recipes, Lan. Number 1, Vial of the Sands. Yeah, you've heard me mention this one just once or twice before. This comes from Archaeology. It's found inside a canopic jar. It's a Tolvir solve, and you'll only see it if you're an alchemist. Potion of Treasure Finding. Again, never be without one. A really good potion to have. Transmute Living Elements. So this transmutes 15 volatile life into 15 of another volatile. You choose the volatile you want depending on the zone that you're in. Hyjal is fire, Deep Home is earth, Bashir is water, and Oldham is air. We're used to fire being in demand, but I believe in Cataclysm air will be pretty strong for this transmute. You might struggle to reach some of the zones at level 75 as you can't do the entry quest, but you can get a summon into the zones. So once you're there, just stay there and mail the volatiles to a banker up. Now, I think this just about covers everything that you need to say for Alchemy. If you think of anything that I haven't covered yet, then please do let me know. I hope this video is helpful for you. I'm going to get most professions covered this week, so please do take a moment to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Bye!